My people, the fear of this Arun Okunkun is indeed the fear of the beginning of wisdom in the palace. A lot of people said that this Arun is worse than Ogunjaye. But right now, we are beginning to see something that makes us believe that maybe it is true. Because we all know that Igbi is that one person who will never release that Yeyeoluwa quarters that she fought so much to occupy. I don't know if you guys remember the story of that Yeyeoluwa quarters, where when Kabiesi furnished very well. Kabiesi furnished that place, and that period, we were all hopeful that the queen, that is Queen Naomi, will return back from what we heard. And all of a sudden, there was this news that a cowhead was buried there. There was prophecies here and there, dreams here and there, warning the queen not to go there. And when she refused to go there, after everything, they said Igbi did something, and the next thing we are hearing is that Igbi occupied that place. So, if that information is true, you could see how desperate that Igbi is to have that place. So even when the king asked Igbi to release that place for Metete, remember Metete, Igbi said over her by body, and she never released that place. So whatever it is that have made Igbi volunteer to release that Yeyeoluwa quarter for Queen Naomi, that thing is not a child's play. A lot of people are saying that she wants to do it to see if she will appease the mind of the king so that the king will not continue with that Ituase. While others are saying that maybe she is afraid that Arun Okunkun will before her, because you know that these people, they have committed a whole lot with everything that we're hearing. We do not live in the palace. Always bear that in mind, okay? So when they said the elders from Ebony's family and other elders who are involved in one way or the other have gone to the king, begging the king that they want to speak with Queen Naomi and the wives too. They said they want to speak with her. They really want to make peace. This, that. They say Kabiesi did not agree with that. But at some point, elders started letting him know that you are still the father. There is no how you will be encouraging discrimination amongst your wives who are like your children. So with that, so they said, Kabiesi asked them, what is their problem? They are the same people who said Queen Naomi cannot come back to this palace. And now that the king have fixed the day for Ofarende ritual, which happens to be 29th of November. But due to the kind of message that they received, because when Kabiesi came out from seclusion, they said the shocking message that he told them happens to be about the sick elders. Those elders have been sick even before he entered into seclusion, hoping that with his prayers, by the time he will come out, that things will get better for those people. But instead, the news that he came out with is going to worsen their situation, because whatever it is that they are suffering is what they brought upon themselves by fighting the original queen. So with that information, others who have fought her in one way or the other, they became afraid, especially when they said the diviner that they invited for this case told them that this group might not be the last, that there are other people who will be inflicted with this disease if the people did not hurry up and do what they needed to do, you know, appease the mind of the queen and beg her to return. So with this, they said they became restless. They really wanted her to come back today. But the king have fixed date. Meanwhile, they said her quarters is still under construction. So the king is hoping that by November, December, she will return. But with the way things are right now, those elders, the wives, and all the people, they are now worried. They wanted her to come back. And that is why they all wanted to go there together and beg her for forgiveness and all of that. But the king did not want that. you know. And when they are talking about how to bring her back, they said the king now asked them, where is she going to stay? Because the royal manor that she used to say whenever she comes into the palace, at some point they started doing politics based on reminding the king that you see that royal manor, it was not meant for any of your wives. It was meant for royal kings and queens that will visit the palace, you know. So with that politics and the lot, they said the king reminded them what they told him about accommodation and all of that, that she doesn't have a place to stay now, that they will have to wait until he finishes the building that he is building for her. And again, the queen cannot be staying with the king in his chambers. It is against their culture and tradition. So when all of this debate was going on, where is she going to stay? How are they going to cope? The king was telling them to wait until November after the Farende ritual so that everything will be settled. And they are saying, no, it is going to be far. Is this how these people will be until then? You know, with all of those drama, they said, when they started talking about accommodation, Igbi said that that is never going to be a problem, that she is ready to release the Yeyeoluwa quarter for her, that she is going to move her stuffs downstairs. Remember, there was a time they said Kabiyesi became angry and asked them to move downstairs, about three of them, Ebony, Igbi, and Gospel. But they refused. They said the king is marginalizing them, that the king did not give them any reason for that, because they said the king did not say, okay, this is why you are going to leave the place or not. He did not say any of that. And those people, they refused to move. And now Igbi is saying, I am going to move. I am going to release that place for her, if that should be the problem. At that point, they said people started looking at themselves. So it has gotten to that point. Who knows what Igbi is passing through? Who knows what has been going on with her in the secret that she doesn't want to relate to people? For her to say, I will release that Yeyeoluwa quarter, they said people were shocked. There was so much confusion that this is coming from Igbi, because the Igbi, they all know, will not release that Yeyeoluwa quarter if whatever it is that is disturbing her is not on her neck already. So some people were like, could it be that Igbi is experiencing some spiritual attack or something, and they have warned her that the only way for her to be free? Or is it because of that uh, um, what is it, the ituase that the king wanted to carry out on them? Because right now they said Igbi and Ebony are trying to make the king believe that they have changed. So they can go extra mile right now. They can pretend to convince the king that, yes, so we have changed, oh, we are no longer the same, the old people and all of that. But for Igbi to say, I will release the Yeyeoluwa quarter, they said everyone was shocked. They were looking at themselves. Anyway, guys, that is what we are hearing if the information is true. I want to remind you that these are all alleged, unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact unless you verify them. Okay, thanks for watching. Do well to subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.